for today's show, we throw out a quick informal question. Who's the worst man in sports? Non-criminal division. Because that's specific. Because OJ, terrible. Probably kill people.
Miles
Bridges, complete POS.
There
Josh Giddey, universally seen as an absolute scumbag around the NBA.
Yep.
But in all of our responses, let me double check it. I did not see a single response. Not a single response for the one person you and I both have up there. We got close.
Yeah, I just wanted to see who people may feel is the worst person, because I think in this question, it is the most hated man in sports. It's a tough one because I think here locally, and this is kind of backing that, the view of him isn't what it is on the national stage or the national perception of him, because Dillon Brooks is climbing that list. And after last night against the Lakers, I think there's going to be a lot more people that kind of feel that way. In the NBA circles, I think like Pat Beverly was in town last night. A lot has cooled on Pat Bev.
His name did pop up. His name did pop up. But again, there's the thing that I hated about Patrick Beverly is I have long held the belief that he intentionally injured Russell Westbrook. And then when he came back from surgery, he tried to do the exact same thing to him, which is nasty stuff.
Yeah.
Draymond Green has certainly rose to that level. I think his removal for 15 games and subsequent just absolute drubbing by the entire sports world of like, he's kind of persona non grata, I think. And so he's kind of been knocked down a peg or two. And I can't believe I'm going to say this. You and I, neither of us are fans of the Los Angeles Lakers.
No.
They got screwed last night because the dirtiest player in sports, Dillon Brooks.
Ooh, I think he may be there.
Absolutely hauled off and clubbed LeBron James in the face and got away with it.
Yeah.
He ends up getting a flagrant one. Look, I have screamed about officiating this year. I am so sick and tired of it. Max Strus was teed up last night by Natalie Sago for literally handing her the ball too aggressively last night. I am in a position where I want to see I want to see the referees union burned to the ground and started from scratch. But last night, how the hell they didn't eject Dillon Brooks for, in midair, swiping with his left hand 3 feet away where the ball was, and finishing with his right hand across LeBron James's face with a closed fist. I don't understand how that's not an ejection.
Well, and then kind of furthering that, though, is that you had that escalating actions, right? Mm-hmm. He and Jared Vanderbilt got into it, and they ejected Jared Vanderbilt for going at Dillon Brooks. And he got 2 really quick tees. That is where I think that this is starting to turn. Like, being a heel is one thing. And I think he's gone past heel 4 years ago. Dance around being a heel. It has gone back. Like, he has gone past that. I think a lot of teams in Oregon, obviously, he is going to be revered a little bit more than he will in other places because of the fact that, well, Memphis too.
Even in Memphis, they're still kind of like,
and in Houston, they're gonna be like, it's our guy. You always protect your guy. You always protect your guy. You do. I mean, but with Oregon, it's like, this is a dude who's on a Final Four team. Like, he was a huge piece of that. And he wasn't that player. The worst thing he did at Oregon was that flop against Utah.
It's the worst flop in college basketball history.
But I think that he's not there yet. He's going to be climbing that ladder rather quickly because of Draymond Green is near the end of his career. Dillon Brooks is not. He's like right in the middle of his career. Draymond Green should be that guy in the NBA, and I think a lot of people would probably say that. But I think that you're seeing him kind of start. Dillon Brooks can be climbing that ladder. He is still not like, and gosh, everybody's going in. The criminal section of this has definitely been settled, folks. And yes, Vince McMahon does fit in that bill now with the allegations that Vince McMahon has.
But again, you have non-criminal division.
We've had Oscar Pistorius, Deshaun Watson. Those ones fall in the criminal.
Yeah,
those ones definitely fall in the criminal category.
Strictly on the court, a-holery.
But if you go NBA, I still do believe it's Draymond Green. He is number one. I think
Dillon's right there.
In the NFL, I think you have Aaron Rodgers. I think you maybe are on the opposite end of this. You hate Dillon Brooks a little bit more than I think most people do.
I think he's violently dirty.
Yeah, and I think, and backing my point, I think that you are on the extreme end of.
I think you might
Dillon
underestimate, though, how much people do hate him.
Yeah, no, they do. That's why I had this question posed, because he's up there, man. He is way up there.
I have a thing, like, I have a severe tolerance for a-holery in general, because I subscribe to said belief system.
Sure.
But I have zero tolerance for dirty. And so when somebody is dirty, they skyrocket up the list for me. And that's like one of those things where, like, I like a little poking, needling, instigating toughness. Like I'm about that.
He's
but
not
like
that.
No, he's dirty.
No.
And that's like when you cross that line, like, you're either dirty or not, and once you cross the dirty line, you're dead to me. Like, there's just like I want nothing. I want nothing to do with you.
Ooh, we have Taylor Swift came in earlier. Taylor Swift comes in a few times. We've had Aaron Rodgers.
Get over it.
Aaron Rodgers seems to be the get over it.
Sweet fancy Moses.
People do need to get over it. Aaron Rodgers has come in multiple times.
I could see that because it certainly rattles people, particularly politically.
Yeah, and he also tries to be the smartest person in the room and says things that are wildly dumb.
Sure.
I mean,
you just took the words right out of my mouth.
I think that is probably it. Pat Bev has come in several times. We have John Fisher. I mean, he may be the most hated owner in sports.
Yeah, he's up there for sure.
Because Dan Snyder's gone. Yeah.
Somebody had to take the mantle.
Yeah, and I won't even give him an RIP for his ownership.
It's really interesting, though, just kind of where we sit in all
Some guy said Jerry Krause. Dude's dead and his family got booed.
That was, I mean, we could put Bulls fans up there.
But Bulls fans booing Jerry Krause's wife.
Widow? Like, that was, like, I was out
Made
for
her
that.
cry.
That was nasty work.
Yeah.
Like, that's did you guys debate?
That's peak a-holery.
Yeah. Did you guys debate whether that was worse than throwing batteries at Santa?
They didn't know. They didn't. Apparently, the fans didn't necessarily know what exactly was going on, and they just saw him on the screen, and they've come accustomed to just booing Jerry Krause, not knowing he was being honored and his family was there.
The spotlight and the introduction.
Yikes.
Speaking didn't give that away.
No. They booed before.
Oh,
They booed before, and then there's like this. Oh no! Because they did the intro video, and then it was.
And then here's Jerry Krause's widow.
Yeah, that's brutal. Like that. I mean, you have to. In knowing that's on the game ops and the game management for the Bulls.
No way, the Bulls got something wrong with
They're like, we need to set up what we are doing here so everybody knows. And instead they just, I guess,
just YOLO'd it.
And I wasn't there, obviously, but the reports are that they rolled out the video, people started booing, and then they're like, Jerry Krause's wife is like, oh no.
It's tough.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Like you can't, like, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah, that's not great.
Because The Last Dance, for the people that weren't tainted, The Last Dance, 100% tainted.
I said something about that on Twitter, and I had a bunch of Bulls fans like, no, we've been booing him for this long. I'm like, you're 17. Shut up.
No.
You weren't even alive.
Yeah.
You had no idea. Your dad told you about Jerry Krause.
Yes.
Don't tell me you weren't tainted by The Last Dance, the only thing we had on TV in the first part of COVID that literally the entire world was shaped by.
Yeah, see, hate is learned.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You were not alive for Jerry Krause, and yet you claim those 6 titles and how awful he was. Shut up.
Well, I mean, you should maybe pump the brakes because Blazer fans, very few of them have seen the 77 title, but still proud of it here. Still proud of it here in Portland.
Shut up. Huh. Was that just now?
No, that's an earlier one.
No. You being very angry and yelling "shut up" is a pretty
standard,
pretty often occurrence here.
Standard.
Yeah. Yeah, we see quite often.
All right.
But don't change.
I didn't.
Rust is
buddy.
feeling himself. Rust is cooking over there.
Is my page kind of growing here? Is that where we're at?
Oh, your page has always been relatively large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have multiple snorts?
No,
No.
one's me is one you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, God dang.
Yeah, snort free over here.
No, definitely not.
Ew,
We have a snort of each of us.
Don't do that. That is bad.
I told my wife about that one.
According to Rip City Reddit, Danny Meringue has been has been put out
Oh
there.
yeah, no. So
What?
no.
Reddit doesn't like you?
I made a joke the other day about how I was getting torn up on Reddit because the Pascal Siakam deal, the 3 first-round picks and Bruce Brown. I'm like, I don't think the Blazers would take that deal because it was 2 2024 first-round picks in 2026. And a buddy of mine texted me, he's like, they're eating you alive on Reddit. I'm like, they hate me there. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
But so that I made a joke about it on the podcast the other night. And so it's...
Those are doo-doo picks anyways.
Yeah, that was the whole point. It's like the Blazers do not want 2 more 2024 first-round picks and not...
That are heavily protected.
And not only that, it was like their late 20s. It's, again, long story short, I'm very, very, very sure the Blazers would not give Jeremy Grant away for that because it's just not useful. And a lot of people were very mad about it. And I was just like, oh, okay.
No, I agree. Like, that is not...
It is what it is. But I made a joke about, and I love popping over the Reddit. I pop in there probably like once every 8-10 days just to check, kind of see what's going on.
Dude, as somebody who lives on the internet, you got to.
They do some cool stuff over there every now and then.
Yeah.
They do.
Like,
It's
on the internet,
genuinely they do. It's like,
Reddit does have some good finds in there.
Absolutely. And our Rip City is a huge community. So, but yeah, no, I pop over there every now and then, and it's usually because somebody's mad at me about something, and it's fun.
Cool.
Yeah, it's what it is. It's fun. The kind of stuff used to bother me years ago, but now it's just kind of like,
Nah, haters gonna hate.
Yeah.